Alright, so today's video, this is welcome to the bearded Nomad Relic Hunter portion of my channel. Wanted to share this experience out there with any other curb strip metal detectorist people. I've watched plenty of videos on metal detecting curb strips. I've done some reading on it. You know, I read other articles from metal detectors that talk about doing it. And they all say, everybody says the same thing, that, you know, it's pretty much open public space, free game, but just to make sure, you're always best to, you know, ask the local police in that township, in that town, borough, city, if they have any laws or ordinances against metal detecting curb strips. So, trying to be the ethical metal detectorist that I am, I'm trying to do things right by the book, so that I'm not making a bad name for for us out there. I was driving through a borough that has their own police department, so I pulled into the borough office, went into the police office, the police station room. Officer comes out looking like I've interrupted something important, like maybe another lunch break for him, or because by his size, it looks like he likes to eat. But anywho, who am I to judge? I love to eat too. Cheers to you, officer. I love food too. I just don't sit on my butt so much during the day for work like you must. So it affects our bodies differently. But I said, hey, I got a question. I said, does the borough here have any ordinances or laws against metal detecting curb strips? His reply, I can't make this up. I'm not. His straight-faced reply was, I have no clue what that is. I said, you know, between the curb and the sidewalk, that grass strip, that's called a curb strip. Curb strips are property of the town, city, or borough that it's in. The borough, town, or city owns the curb strips up to the sidewalk. I said, and being an ethical metal detectorist and trying to be the good guy here, I'm asking if there's any law or ordinance against me metal detecting those strips, because I don't want to, you know, be breaking the law. He says, we don't own that. That's the property owners. They maintain it. Well, if maintaining property makes it your property, I'm going to go get me a push mower. I'm going to start mowing a whole lot of property. That way I don't have to ask for permission to metal detect, because it'll be mine by that officer's standards, that's their property because they maintain it. I said, well, technically they may maintain it, but it's not theirs. It's the borough's property. He says, oh, it don't matter. You got to ask the property owners. So, to all of my fellow metal detectorists out there who say, oh, go ask your local cops, they'll know. And that way you're good, and then they know what you're doing, and somebody calls and tries to complain, they go, hey, we gave him permission. Don't worry. This guy's ethically doing plugs, an ethical plug method. You won't know that when he's done, you won't know that he was there. Next time you mow it or it rains, any little crumbs of dirt that might be on top of the grass will be gone after the next time it rains or the time or when you mow it. And your grass curb strip will look just like it did before. No harm, no foul, nothing hurt, the grass will continue to grow. Well, you can't do that when your local police officers don't even know, and they don't know. They don't know the laws. They don't know if they don't even know who owns property, you know. So, I'm slightly confused on if I should bother any other officers. About curb strips. Because here I am, I'm trying to do it right. And the cop don't have a clue. At all. Completely, no clue. Misguided information. You know, I can kind of understand why some people out there just don't want to bother with permission and just go do it till they get told to get off. Leave. What are you doing? Leave. Oh, I'm sorry. It's where the old saying, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. That statement is becoming so true here in my area. So true. But then again, that also goes back to, I did see a YouTuber make a video, a metal detectorist make a video saying, you know, referring to kind of like what I did to go ask my local municipality if I can metal detect here. And the way he put it in his video was, they're not going to have a clue what you're talking about. Because so many people have no clue about metal detecting at all. They don't know anything. You bring it up, they're gonna be like, "What? Well, you want to do what? You're gonna an ethical plug? What's that? Well, I'm gonna dig a small hole, but I'm taking the plug out. But then as soon as you said the word hole, Woo, dig hole. Oh, nope, 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 nope. And now you put yourself on the radar to these people that have no clue, no common sense, no ability to grasp the concept that you're not going to be destructive. And they have no concept to be able to grasp that. So therefore, as soon as they hear certain keywords, it puts up a wall. You ain't getting through to them. You ain't changing their mind. And that's the problem these days. You can't have a conversation with somebody and have everybody see each other's side and actually, look at it from both sides. Everybody's so one-sided. So when he says, you're better off not asking, just go do it. And if somebody says something, I understand his point. His point's valid too, because as soon as you do bring up certain, you bring it up to a township or a town or a city, borough, or the people those representatives that you're trying to get the permission from. As soon as you do that, if they're not a metal detectorist, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because as soon as you use a couple, even though you're trying ethical, I do ethical plug method. Well, once you go to explain that, you're gonna have to use the word dig hole, and then you're done. That's it. You've just shut them down. They put up a wall. They put on the. So it's kind of like, what's the point of asking for some of these things? Like, now, for private property, there's a beautiful old stone home from the 1800s and a stone barn. Yes, I will go ask that property owner. The only problem around here is there's a lot of Mennonites. And not all Mennonites are bad. I mean, they're not bad people, period. But in my lifetime of being around this area, certain groups of people, Mennonites being one of them, I'm not a Mennonite. So guess who they don't want to conversate with, or who they're not going to say yes to? 9 out of 10 times, they're going to say no to me, because, Mennonites are all clean shaven. They don't believe in growing facial hair. So I have facial hair, so automatically that makes me the devil. I'm the dirty devil. I could go ask an Amish man. Oh, I got the beard. I'm fitting in there. Well, but I got a mustache. Oh, and I'm not Amish. I'm the English. The only thing they want from me is my money when I want to buy a shoofly pie or a whoopie pie or Pennsylvania Dutch home cooking that they got, or if they're getting my money because they I'm going to have them build me a deck or, or put a roof on a house, then they want the Englishman's money. That's what it's about right there. They like the money. Yeah? Now, there are nice Amish. I lived in Lancaster for years. I lived out on the suburbs, and I had Amish neighbors. They were more than friendly and nice. Might have only been because two of their cows, a cow was in my yard, traipsing through a flower bed, and they were probably afraid I was going to sue them. Or they're happy that I didn't shoot the cow, because the cop told me I had the right to shoot the cow. I could have said the cow came at me, I shot it. Now I'm going to have me a whole lot of steak and burger. I could have done that. But I didn't. So I think they were only nice because I didn't kill their cow. But then again, I do know Amish people that are very nice. I've had plenty of interaction with very nice Amish. But I can't say the same for the Mennonite. Most of the Mennonite are very stuck up. If you're not in their community, you're not welcome. So, and a lot of these beautiful old farm properties are owned by Mennonites. So I'm not sure how well I'm going to fare there. we'll give it. I'll probably give it at least a go. A go once, two, three, four times, 3 times, 1, 2, maybe 3 times. And if they turn me down all 3 times, then I'll just not ask any more Mennonites. But yeah, so the curb strip thing, I couldn't believe that the cop, no idea what that was. Then when I explained it to him, and I explained to him that the borough owns the curb strip, he tries to tell me that I got to get permission from the property owner behind the sidewalk because they maintain the curb strip. So now if I go do curb strips and somebody calls the cops and that cop shows up and says, I told you to ask the property owner. You didn't ask the property owner? No, because it's not their property. Then now I'm on the bad side of the cops, and I don't want to be on the bad side of the cops. I live in my van. I like the fact that the local cops leave me alone because they know I'm not up to no good. I'm not drug dealing. I'm not a pedophile. They know this. They know I'm just a good guy living in my van. I don't want to tarnish that because I'm metal detecting without asking the property owner, but should I have to go to every door down 3 blocks in the borough? Hey, do you mind if I metal detect the curb strip? Not their yard, just the curb strip. Go through all that, and then they say no because they think it's their property and it's not. It just creates a whole mess of issues, you know? It's like, so now it's not even worth trying to do the curb strips because the cop didn't give the proper answer because he doesn't know. You know, when the cop doesn't know, which imagine that, how many cops don't know? Now, granted, being that he didn't know, well, the fact that I'm bringing it up, you would think he'd want to know. And he'd be like, oh, really? Oh, we own that? Yeah, let me check with the borough. We could have went and, he could have got some insight on it, got proof that I'm right, and then say, yeah, go ahead. We don't have any laws or ordinance against that. But they're not going to want to have to deal with the property owners calling the cops going, there's a guy making holes in the curb, out by the curb. They're not going to want to contend with the people, the taxpayers. It just becomes a big hassle. But it seems like a lot of my fellow metal detectorists down south don't have these issues because down south, everybody's courteous, nice, friendly, willing. Yeah, go. I've seen how many videos where guys walk up to a door. Hey, how you doing? I'm a metal detectorist. Could I swing around your yard to see what I could find? Sure, have at it. Probably nothing there. Yeah, you don't get that up around here. A lot of areas around here, I ain't getting that friendliness out of people around here. So we will continue to try to get permissions. But yeah, just thought I'd share that with out there with my fellow metal detectorists. So you have a good day. I gotta go work now. I will catch you all later. Keep swinging.